The Property Services Plan is your roadmap to what gets implemented at a property and how. It also helps to build your institutional knowledge and memory. It should be updated at least once every 3 years, but as a best practice, we recommend organizations review their property services plans annually. First and foremost, your property services plan should tell us what you have decided to do. What services are going to happen? Maybe you learned from a survey question that 15% of your senior population has taken a fall in the past year, so you decide to offer a fall prevention class. 2. Who's providing the services? Another important element to the property services plan is detailing who provides services at the property. Is there a full-time resident services coordinator? If so, is there any other supplemental staffing, such as from regional resident services staff, a community health worker, or after-school program? All the staffing providing services on site should be clearly outlined in your plan. We also want to see your staffing and partnership model. How many hours of services are provided? What staff deliver on which programs and services? If you have external partners supporting programs, be clear about which partners support your programs and how frequently. Say you found out by conducting a community scan that there is no grocery store within 2 miles of the property, and you also discovered a couple of potential partners. Then, in your resident opportunities and priorities assessment, you heard feedback that access to affordable, healthy food is an issue. So you decided to develop formalized partnerships with organizations like Meals on Wheels as part of your property services plan. This is the type of solution we are looking for, and this partnership should be captured and clearly outlined in your plan. What cultural, language, or potential other barriers exist, and how are you planning for these? Perhaps there's a significant immigrant population with low English language proficiency, or some residents are deaf. In that scenario, maybe you could hire bilingual staff or provide an ISL interpreter to bridge communication gaps. Importantly, how are you going to pay for these services? We would like to see that you have a budget included and what resources and sources you're using to pay for staffing and services, whether through property operations, grants, corporate contributions, or other sources. Lastly, what do you hope to achieve with this program plan? The property services plan should tell us what your desired goals are and what measures you are going to use to track these goals. Maybe you hope to see increased social connection for seniors, increased housing stability, or improved reading levels for elementary school children. Some organizations track these different elements in different documents and systems. That's fine. For your CORES application, you will just need to package these documents together in one file to share as your combined property services plan. Other organizations create comprehensive plans that review each of these elements in tandem. For example, you may create a table or spreadsheet that outlines the different programs and services and the aligning staff and funding for each. Again, your property services plan should be updated at least once every 3 years and is your roadmap for services at the property. While we require that this tool is updated at least once every 3 years, we do recommend that it is reviewed at least annually in tandem with your budgeting process to ensure alignment. You can always find examples of the Property Services Plan in our CORES online resource library. These can help you think about ways to format your property services plan, although you may choose for this to look differently.